Sora!
So I finally did it after about 15 hours-ish of gameplay. Yes, on easy mode, alright. Calm down. For Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Remixed Edition thing on PlayStation, I've finally beaten the first Kingdom Hearts. And when I say beaten, I mean I just played through the game. I did very minimal side stuff, but however, I am quite shocked at the amount of content that was actually in the game. Very impressed. Overall, a very solid game. It got quite difficult towards the end, even on easy mode. I had to continue a few times fighting some of the last bosses, and I'd imagine on harder difficulties they'd be pretty savage, which I'm not looking forward to if I'm honest. Now, Kingdom Hearts was released in 2002 from Square, before they were Square Enix, and was an amalgamation of some Final Fantasy-isms with a lot of Disney. And I was right in my initial video and assuming that it's more Disney than it is Final Fantasy, which it is. There's quite a few Final Fantasy characters in there, which was good to see, like Yuffie, Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, although he goes by the name of Leon in this game. And you also have Aerith and you have Cloud Strife. Cloud is looking for Sephiroth, which is pretty cool. And you have Sid, of course. He helps you out with your gummy ship. Now, I do have to say, I'm not a fan of the gummy ship. The flying in between the worlds, shooting stuff, I don't think it handled particularly well, and to be honest, I couldn't care for it. I know you can customize the gummy ship and all that, and that's pretty cool, and that's great for people who are interested in that sort of stuff, but for me personally, the gummy ship I could have done without. I did not need that in my life. But I do have to say, I really enjoyed going to all the Disney worlds and playing through some of their stuff, even the Atlantica stuff with the Little Mermaid. I know it's not popular with some people, but I actually quite enjoyed it, you know, going around, and I think that was the only time I actually heard official music from the Disney film. Like you get the Under the Sea music, which was the only time I remember there being anything specific. I don't remember the Aladdin theme playing when I went to Agrabah, but overall, I think they captured the essence of all the characters pretty well, and the combat was really good, especially as I progressed and I unlocked more fighting moves and stuff. Of course, it wasn't until I got towards the end of the game I realised that I can swap out the Keyblade, so that was handy. However, the most interesting world and the most visually appealing is the Nightmare Before Christmas world, because Sora, Donald and Goofy actually look badass in it. You know, they design-wise, they look they're all Tim Burtoned up, which is pretty cool. It's quite a short world and not very large, but I quite enjoyed it. If you've not played Kingdom Hearts before, essentially, there's this dude called Ansem, which causes some havoc, and I think I've got this right because the story was it does get very vague in places, but essentially he wants the power of the darkness, and the Maleficent gets involved with a lot of the other Disney villains, and there are things called the Heartless, which are seeping into all these different separate worlds through a keyhole, which Sora has to travel there. You beat the boss, you seal the keyhole and protect it so that that world doesn't get swallowed up by darkness. And then there's a door, which is behind it is the Kingdom Hearts. It's all very odd and very weird. I don't want to talk too much about the specific story points because that would be spoilerish for those of you who have not played the game. But overall, I quite like the game. Essentially, Sora's looking for his friends Riku and Kairi. Riku goes a bit Anakin and kind of goes to the dark side a little bit. And Kairi is hardly in the game whatsoever. She has no heart. You'll find out what and who, why, when as you progress through the game. And Donald and Goofy are looking for King Mickey, which makes an appearance towards the end of the game, and that's pretty much it. And then after the post-credit scene, it gets led on then into Chain of Memories, which is the next one, which I have started, and I'm going to be honest, I think I'm going to come back to it, because even though I am playing Chain of Memories on the easiest difficulty, it's bollocks. There's a card system with the battle. I don't know why they just, because it's a remake port of a Game Boy Advance game anyway, so why didn't they just have normal combat in the game? It would have been better, but it's got some weird card system. I'll talk about it in another video, and I don't particularly like it all that much. But I am looking forward to playing Kingdom Hearts 2. I have no idea what the hell's going on in Kingdom Hearts 2, so that's going to be pretty cool. And Kingdom Hearts 3 I played a little bit of. I think it was on Game Pass, I think, or I borrowed it off a friend and I started playing it, and I remember starting off in Olympia World, I think. So I'm quite looking forward to playing through them. And I am looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4. After playing through the first Kingdom Hearts, I am a fan. There were times I did have to look at a little walkthrough to find out where I've got to go, because it can be quite vague in that way. But there's a lot of side content as well, with collecting torn pages where you can put into the 100 Acre Wood for Winnie the Pooh, which unlocks like little mini games and stuff. There's also in the Olympia World for Hercules, you can fight in the tournaments and stuff, and that follows on a little bit of Cloud Strife story as well, so you find out who he's looking for. If you know anything about Final Fantasy VII, you probably already know who he's looking for. But at the end of the day, I think Kingdom Hearts is a solid game. I had a ton of fun playing it, and I do recommend it to people, especially if you've never played it before. But let me know in the comments down below if you've played Kingdom Hearts 1 or any of them, or if it's for you or if it isn't. Let me know. And as always, thank you very much for watching.